What's going on, guys? Hey, I'm back again for another episode of Earthmind, and today we're going to be talking about the tree of life. It's similar to energy flows. It's very similar, but it's more of a deep dive into the way the energy flows within our body and how it flows in the universe as the tree of life. So I have my little trusty spiritual handbook, my witch book, I guess you would call it. I don't like calling it a witch book. I just like calling it my spiritual book. So Tree of Life. So this is what I have wrote down. I did a very deep in-depth dive on it when I was researching it. And so look. So just as the chakras have 7 centers, we all know about the chakras. If you don't know about the chakras by now, you're trying to learn about spirituality, go, learn about chakras before you watch this episode or listen to this episode, wherever you choose. So the tree of life starts at Makal, earth or the root. I'm not going to say every last name of these points because I can't say them all. Like at the top of the tree, this is Keta. This is Keta. This is Makal. This is earth. This is mother or father, I guess you want to call it. I call it Mother Earth. And our father is a universe, right? That's how I understand it. So we have earth, right? Earth is at the bottom, right? So this is how energy flows. I think I have it written down here somewhere. Okay, there we go. So look, so energy flows goes like this. So let's send something up. It goes boom, 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 boom. So it's basically just like what? Okay, like a DNA strand. DNA strand goes. If you realistically look at it, it's like this, like that, like goes down and goes. And if you turn this into a 3-dimensional structure above, it's a double helix going down. So we have Earth. That is the root. So what is our root chakra? Our root chakra is our desires, our primal things. It deals with Earth, bro. It's the fundamental survival instinct type of deal, right? And then we move up, we have Yinsa, and that is the moon, right? So we have Earth, and that is the beginning of our material realm. Then we have the moon, that is the second level to material realm. And the best way to put that is you're still in your lower self, right? If we're going based off the chakras and how I have it written down, is we have lower self, higher self, and spiritual self. So higher self is like your intuition. Your spiritual self is the being that is giving your avatar power. There's a difference. It might not sound like there's a difference, but there is a huge difference. You can talk to your spirit. You can communicate with your spirit. Your intuition is something you feel. It's something that comes out of your heart. It can be fear. You don't want to, because I make this mistake a lot with my intuition. I have dreams. I have certain things of people, but the thing is, they're never true. It's because I'm fearful of it. I'm seeing realities that it does come true, but in my reality, it never did. You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, um, so for example, right, my girl, uh, before this recording, she was my ex, but my girl, my friend, that's what she wants us to be right now. So I'll respect that. My friend. Um, I felt some type of way where certain things were occurring. And before that, I had a dream that my grandma told me that she told her that she was dating a girl. And that broke my heart because I'm in love with her. It's not like it's complicated, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not part of the lesson, all right? So that was my fear, right? When you are so fearful, you will fabricate. Better yet, you will source out those answers. Those answers are not always in your reality, though. See, don't feel crazy when you have dreams that they don't come true, or this and that. It is a reality that you just saw, or it is a deep, deep. fear that is playing out in your dreams. You see what I'm saying? It's like a nightmare. You have to figure out what's going on. Don't always come with a face value. Oh, it's because of this person. This no. You have to look within yourself, and this is a problem I'm having too. See, I'm human just like y'all. All right. Now I'm trying to teach y'all so y'all don't make the same mistakes that I do, because I don't want y'all to lose anyone that's important to y'all over something that could be is easily solved with 3 weeks of shadow work and meditating two days out of that week. 3 days, that's only a month. You know, that issue could have been solved. But so we have Earth, that's our root, and we have Yin Sao, and that is our moon slash our sacred. It's our sacred. That's going to be located about right here. Okay. I think I have a little drawing of a little meditative guy. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. So yeah. So Yin Sao, moon, that's the sacred, right? The sacred is more. I can't explain it. Your sacred is your receiving center. I guess that would be the best way to put it. Let me see. And don't criticize me because I'm looking this up. I don't want to give y'all wrong information about y'all's sacred chakra. Sacred chakra, the second is associated with, okay, so your emotional body, your sensitivity, your creativity. All right. So it's going to be associated with those type of deals. So your emotions, your creativity, your sensitivity. So basically feminine energy. That's the best way to put it. And the moon is associated with the feminine energy. See where all this is linking up? See, Earth is associated with structure. If you have no structure, then you have no home. The home is where the quote, quote, um, feminine energy is supposed to reside. A better way of putting it in a way is actually meant to be interpreted is that feminine energy is supposed to be in the darkness as the light that shines out of the darkness, and the light that comes from it is the masculine energy, the doing of it. So think of the Big Bang. The Big Bang, right? The theory of the Big Bang, right, is that the universe came from a singularity and then exploded, right? So think of the singularity as feminine energy at the start, and the explosion is the masculine energy. That is the divine two. Now we're gonna get a little bit deeper into the divine two, right? So these two columns, they represent the divine, masculine and feminine. T J, okay. The J is masculine energy. On the right side of the pillar is masculine energy. The left side is feminine, and down the center is the father, or as best way I can put it is the father, or the universe, right? So you have the divine balance. Imagine like two things. That's the balance, and that and the structure that is used to balance it is the universe. Yeah, that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, I'm gonna break it down a little bit more. Like it is the scale itself. The universe is the scale, and the things that are being put on the scale is the divine and masculine, feminine energy. The doing and the receiving, or the transmitting, or the like not doing but creating. Like if that makes sense. Like feminine energy is more associated with creative energy, mother, emotional body, sensitivity, empathy. Feminine energy is more associated with empaths. I'm an empath. I can testify myself. I am mostly feminine energy. I don't want to show you my birth chart because I'm not trying to get cursed, but my birth chart is a majority of feminine energy. Majority down the list is feminine energies, and that's why in the consummate aspect, that's why I am an empath, because of these feminine energies. It allows me to receive more than transmit. See, I can transmit. I transmit my emotions a lot of the time. I don't realize that I'm doing it, but when I get really angry, I mean, I'm like, I can feel it. Everything around me starts picking up. Wind, the birds start chirping loud. Like everything starts getting riled up. Once I calm down, everything calms down. My energy is being transmitted into the earth. That's the most close connection I have on this planet besides my person. And this person is the earth itself. And if you look at your birth charts, you can see where you came from, what solar system you came from. You can find out what type of spiritual being you are. I didn't come from none of them. I didn't come from the solar system. So there's only one conclusion: I came from Earth. This is my mother. This is my planet. Keta is my planet. So let's move on. So we have Nizal and Hido. That's Mercury, and we have Venus. So on that level, that's going to be your solar plex, okay? And then you go up another level, and we have Tafa or Tifia. I can't say it right. That's why I told you I'm not going to say all these names. And that is the sun, all right? Or your heart chakra. That is unconditional love, all right? Once you move from the sacred, the solar, and your root, that is your lower self, all right? That's going to be associated with your lower self. See, this is earth or root, sacred, solar plex. All three of those fit directly right there. That's your solar plex. So once you get through your solar plex, you're going to move up to your heart, and that's right there, right in the center of that. And that's where you start entering your higher self. All right, that is the plane of higher existence. I guess you better yet, higher perception of normal human abilities. That is where you start getting, you know, um, more sensitive to a lot more things. The more I open up myself, the more sensitive I am to a lot of things. Even the little things can actually hurt my feelings. And it's not because I'm being, um, as niggas would say, a bitch. It's because I'm an emotional body. I am an empath. That's main reason. But the second reason, because I'm opening. You open these channels, negativity will flow out, right? And it will be dealt with accordingly. If you don't deal with these things, then your tree of life will more look like the tree of death. There will be a lot of blockages in your energy sectors. All right. So once you get past your heart, your throat chakra, and that's going to be associated with Jupiter and Mars. Okay. I'm not going to say the names because I can't say these names. All right. But that's going to be more associated with Jupiter and Mars. Okay. And then you move up to that, and then you have Pluto. So Pluto, once you get, yeah, that's right there. So once you get past your throat and your heart, you've moved up another level in this aspect of the tree, right? You've moved up to your spiritual self. Now, your spiritual self, you completely disconnect from this world, because your spiritual self is a lot more different than your ego and your personality and who you believe you are. I had to disconnect from my ego. The person that, for example, let's just say me and you were talking right now. Hey man, what's going on, John? How's it been? I know someone out there is named John, so I'm talking to you, John. So, hey John, how's it been? It's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? It's been good, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, man, you seem really different, bro. It's because of this. I I didn't kill my ego. I more like told my ego, you're not going to control this roller coaster. We will equally be passengers on this ride. That's what I did. I didn't let my ego take full control of everything that I do. Because if I did, there'd be a lot of decisions that I would not like to make that I would have made if I let my ego took over. So when you reach that spiritual self, I've made a definitive connection with my spiritual self. I know my spiritual name. I'm not going to say it because it's a difference. I don't care if y'all find out my real name. I don't care. I don't want y'all to find out my spiritual name. That is a difference. You can do whatever you want with someone's name, but someone's spiritual name, you can do more damage than good. So that is why. Once you unlock that, because it's like this. So there's a door, right? The door is your ego, your vessel. You live through that, right? That's the door. Behind that door, there's a whole world, forest, ecosystem that is thriving, living, off of the door, the and the experiences that come with the door. So moving on. So yeah, we have Pluto. So you've reached the higher self, right? And now you've unlocked your third eye. So when you unlock your third eye, perception is heightened. Like there will be certain things, like all your senses will be heightened. It will be like another level of senses. I've experienced my third eye being open numerous times on psychedelics. I feel like that is the main purpose of it. It automatically unlocks your third eye so you can perceive the world beyond. But without psychedelics, I've experienced my third eye being open numerous of times. Um, there was this defining moment in my life. I used to have a lot of dialogue in my head. Um, I would just talk random situations, random things. It would just be so random. Um, but there was this one day I woke up and there was no thoughts in my head. It was silence. And for the first time in a long time, I felt peace, but I was scared. So I freaked out, right? Crying. My dad's holding me, son, it's okay. Because he's really spiritual. He's the one who really got me on this pathway. He guided me towards this direction versus the direction I was going to go in. But yeah, don't let it overwhelm you. Your mind will become clear. The more and more you unlock these centers, the more and more your mind will calm with it. If you allow, and I'm telling myself this as I'm telling y'all this, if you allow the emotions and the negativity and the demons, because the thing is, you are an ecosystem of angels and demons. Demons thrive off your negative energy. Angels thrive off the love and positivity that they give you. They don't need anything from you. They just give it to you because that's what they love to do. They love you. My angels, all of my angels, and I feel their presences when I speak this, they all love me just as much as I love them. They are more family than I actually have family. I truly believe my angels are my spiritual tribe. You know, it's just bits of them. It's only a little bit. There's a lot of angels I have, but that's only a small bit of my tribe. The rest of them I have to find. I found my second commandment. I just have to work for it now. So pressing on. And then we have Keta. Keta is the best way to explain it. God. See, I do not believe God is the Christianity God. It's a different God. The real God. I'm gonna use some paper for example, right? Let me put this over here so I can smoke that. Yeah, I got some. um, so look. So this is God. This line, this definitive line, it's there, right? This is something that was there before society was created. You see the circle I drew? That is society, and God is in the center, right? And this is what happened when society was taking. So this is beginning of existence, right? This is when we were carbon beings, were gods, we were thriving, we were helping, we were protecting Keta. And then this is when the other beings, the negative beings, took over and blocked our source from God. This is the original God, right? And this is them blocking it. And then this is society, lost. Oh no, what am I going to do? And then this is when they made God. This is the Christianity God. Now we're praising upwards. Or realistically, it's like doesn't matter which direction it's going to receive back to this guy, right? This is the Christianity God. This is the original God. Now, I want you to see something. Do you see that this is society at first, right? This is society. This is the blockage they made, blah, blah, blah. Do you see that God was at the center of society before they came back or before they came and took over, right? You see that, right? This is God. This is our society. This is our reality. This is us. This is fucking us. This is us. And this is them blocking the source and then discarding that energy inwards that basically gave us our godlike abilities and our abilities to do so much more things and just simply fucking exist as fucking passengers in life. Instead of giving that energy inwards by meditating and such things like that, they started to make us put that energy outwards into the physical, into not necessarily a non-existent being, but a being that was from the original society. See what I'm saying? Okay. So, that out the way. Do you see the correlation between your chakras, right? Earth, root, sacred, solar plex, heart, throat, eye, crown. You see that correlation, right? Sorry, my nose was itching. You see that correlation, right? And you see how the energy goes. Your Kundalini energy is going to start like this. Boom. Goes up, goes over. Was really going like this, and like this, like this, and like this. It's going to go in a zigzag motion all the way up. And then when it comes back down, it goes it goes right back down. You see that? It's because energy flows in the way that it was better yet designed to. Energy is not supposed to flow ruggedly. This is not rugged. This is flow. See, if energy just that is what we, and this is realistically, this is where the Christianity cross came from. Here it is, Christianity. They go up and they go like that. So they're really only touching the root, sacred, solar, heart, and they stop at the throat. They stop at communication. They don't want you to ascend higher than the believed God, because that's the thing. You cannot be more powerful than the Creator itself. But this is the thing. There wasn't one Creator. This is the notion that people get mixed up in their minds. There was no such thing as one Creator. Us carbon beings, melanin, if you want to put it in better lack of words, we were the creators of the universe. Like, we created stuff here and there. We created the physical. We're the outwards motion. And the feminine of it created the creators to make it. So therefore, switch books. Therefore, this God is female. She created the society to create the reality, not the other way around. The God did not create the society or create the reality for the society to dwell in. You see what I'm getting at? So this is what I'm getting at, right? You cannot have a being create all, know all, and cause destruction, right? In the Bible, he's caused plagues, famine, droughts, floods, fucking so much, because he deemed these humans not worthy of his love. So better yet, he acted like me, acted fucking out of character. If you're a divinative being and you understand all, you wouldn't do such childish things, like, at all. That doesn't make sense unless you were an outcast of the original God. And I think this is what God means. God means group of deities. Does not mean one being. It's a group of deities. So when I pray to a group of deities. I've seen it with my third eye. I've seen this room. Better lack of words, that's the best way they can translate what they're doing to me. Like, not doing to me, but what they're doing is to translate in a way I can understand it. They're like in like a room type of deal. It's like voidless. There's no floor, no nothing. It's just the table with all the deities there. And they're discussing what they should do. They're all in part of it. It's not just one being. Because the thing is that even in the Bible, the Christianity Bible, God isn't doing stuff by himself either. But because people don't read up on the literature or don't even do their research, you don't even have to read the Bible. Nigga, you can look up on YouTube. Like, that's duh. I have a Bible. I've read the Bible, and I've looked it up on YouTube. Boom, both. Best of both worlds, bro. So when you look into it, right, you see that they in the book don't want you to rise higher than a God. That's why I consider myself a God. Not because it's going against the Christianity, because if society says I must believe in this God, I must run the opposite way. Because wherever the masses are doing is the wrong thing to do. For the simple reason, everyone is like a computer. If the program deems it okay, it's okay. If everyone, let's just say this, let's say the government was like, fuck it, we're going to do Purge, the movie, fuck it. 24 hours, let's get it. Everyone would be okay with it. Everyone would be okay with that. Everyone would be okay with that because everyone else is okay with it. So, therefore, if you're doing the opposite of society, that means you're doing the original. If that's better like a sense. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're just doing your own thing, and that's still good enough, bro. Thing is that when it comes to this tree of life, and what I'm trying to get and convey to y'all is that the tree of life is the best representation of how energy flows, how it correlates to the chakras, Christianity, Judaism, and Muslim, or Muslimic, Islamic. So Judaism, Islamic, and Christianity. That is the best. The tree of life is the best way to correlate all three of them into one understanding, because all three of these separate religions follow one God. They're realistically just three different fucking steps to achieve not godhood, but your rightful power. Because the thing is, we weren't gods of destruction. We weren't. These are not bad things. Being calling yourself a god is not a bad thing. People think you have a god complex. And that's what the notion comes from. Well, I'm a god. I can't die. I can't. There's a reason I don't think I can see it. I did this myself. It's not really the best looking, but I like the way it looks because it's a trippy infinite sign. It's a little wiggly. That's what I like about it. So this tattoo represents my infinity. I will never die. This form will die. My memories will not, but my personality will. Everything that I associate with myself will just dissipate like that. But the true me, and the better yet, lack of words, the person that I am when there's void in my mind, when I'm just experiencing, that is me. And I've come in contact with that person numerous times, and I like that person. So I know I'm in the right hands. Do you? I want you to look and evaluate at yourself after this episode, and I really want you to look over all this information. I'm gonna dive a little deeper into the tree of life before I go on with that. Okay, but let me see. If there's anything else. Oh, okay. So the Ankh is basically a representation of the tree of life. You can see the correlation pretty profound. You know what I'm saying? It's there. Like, the Egyptians had it all figured out. That's the best way I can explain it. The Egyptians had it all fucking figured out. Bro, they knew how to fucking move stuff with vibrations. They knew how to fucking, they knew how to preserve the body to keep the spirit alive, to keep you in the spirit realm longer so you didn't reincarnate. They figured out so much shit. It is ridiculous, bro. It is so ridiculous. Like, oh my God. The pyramids, right? And this is not a theory. This is fact to me. Now, if you doss my opinion, that is your opinion. This is fact to me. The pyramids were an actual power resource that was getting power from the earth to power their machines. Example A: nothing happens coincidentally, and everything happens infinitively. Understand that. This means that Nikola Tesla making his what's the tower called? It's his electric tower. It's basically it was going to give free wireless energy to the world, and this and that. And the oil guy and back from when way back then was funding him, and he didn't like that it was going to be free because he had a monopoly on all the oils and coal and gas, everything, that whole industry, natural resource or not natural resources, natural gases, all that he had a monopoly on. So if we're able to get free energy, then he would lose his monopoly. But oh, stupid ass nigga, you could have just made people pay for the energy like a feed, you imbecile. You know, dude, do you realize right now my computer would not have a battery? I wouldn't need to charge it. It would just be here, and all I would have to do is pay an electric bill on my person. That's it. That would be the fucking best way. Like there's a code that's embedded with your electronical devices that you sign in. It's not a Google account. It's nothing like that. It's a global thing. You sign in with that, pay your subscription, and then boom. If you don't pay your subscription, you don't receive power. You know, like you receive. I feel like we should receive free housing power, but for your devices and shit like that, like your lamps and shit like that, nah, no TV, no nothing, nothing else. Just those lights that keep it on. That's it, and to cook your food. That's it. That's it. And everything else you gotta pay for. That makes sense. That makes sense. If you want to be a capitalist society, that makes sense for y'all. Versus completely destroying the fucking earth and then be like, oh, because of money. What the fuck? You could have made more money off the free energy than the coal shit because that can last a lot longer than the coal shit. But whatever. Anyways, yes. So the Egyptians had to fucking figure it out. Point blank period. They had to figure it out basically how to be immortal. If you constantly preserve the original body that you came into this existence in, you will never technically need to be reincarnated because that body has not decomposed. Immortality, people. But yes, the tree of life is a necessary thing. I feel like if you want to understand deeper into the spiritual practices and understand how energy really does flow, do your deep dive into the tree of life. Um, there's more associations with it. Um, like it's associated with earth, wind, fire, and air. Um, earth is associated with a disc, like a frisbee. Fire is associated with a wand. Water is associated with a chalice. And air is associated with with a sword. All right. And I know y'all saw the star right here because that is representing this too, the tree of life. It's just different interpretations of it. See, the tree of life is everywhere. It's literally everywhere. Like in plants, the Da Vinci Code or the Da Vinci something. That is the tree of life. That in the spiral, that is the tree of life. It's present in all forms of nature, and it's in this specific type of design. This tree of life is present in our DNA. The thing is, there's a lot of our DNA that is locked because of everything that's happening on our planet to our mother, well, to my mother. All right. Um, any brothers and sisters out there, shoot me out. But yeah, because of these things that are occurring on planet Keta or Earth, say Earth so y'all understand it. That's how I understand Earth is Keta, or I call it Gaia. That's my mom, so I call Gaia by her name. So because of everything that's going on right now, the pollution, the fear, um, the control, and the manipulation. There's a lot of things going on in this world right now. But the main thing is the trap of society. Oh, you come to society. You cannot be this tribal person anymore. You can be civil, this and that. But now you gotta worry about a mortgage. Now you gotta worry about fucking bills, car note, insurance, phone bill, electricity, water, gas, all this shit is fucking druple the stress that nigga was living in the woods. All that nigga had to worry about, what am I gonna eat? And where am I gonna sleep? Well, I slept here last night. It was pretty good. I still got the food from yesterday. I think I'm good for today. I'm good. And that's it. That is his only worry. And not to die, obviously, from everything that could kill him. But besides that, that's a pretty easy life. Like once you get into the flow of things, like, okay, I know that's gonna kill me, that's gonna kill me. All right, just walk through here. Like once you get the flow of surviving, there's not much to stress about. I feel like we've added more stress upon ourselves for unnecessary reason. Like why bills? Like why is that necessary? Why is money necessary at all? Like it's it's pointless. It's like hey, you just did, you just cut like down 40 trees, so I'm gonna give you this useless piece of paper you can draw on. Maybe a difference if fucking I didn't know English and he was gonna teach me and use this paper for the start of the lesson. That's a difference. No, just a piece of paper. No pencil, paper. The fuck am I supposed to do with this? And then of course this stupid motherfucker over here. I'll take it. What do you mean? Yeah. Give me that piece of paper, I'll give you fucking 40 pieces of bread. 40 pieces of bread. Hell yeah, here, take this paper. Like, see, that's what's intriguing about it. The amount that you can get back from something that's so useless. To be realistic, would be more useful gold. Gold can repair an atmosphere. That would be more plausible and more understandable if we use that as a currency, because that can actually be utilized as a resource. Salt was a currency before money was even existed, and that makes more sense as a currency because you can use salt to preserve your food. See where I'm going at? It's actual good currency that was useful on more than just trading is gone, because they want you to be fucking useless. You can only function in their reality. And this is the thing. There's gonna be a split. There's gonna be a giant fucking split. Right. Before I go on with that. Okay, so this is how the Christianity God and stuff works out in the best way. So Keta, I'm not sure you can see it. Keta is God. God splits into the divine feminine, divine masculine, and the divine feminine, the divine masculine make son of man. And this is where, and son of man makes earth. You see what I'm getting at? So it's like the universe is the structure, the universe fills the void, because it doesn't matter what it is. If it's a vacuum, the universe will fill it. It doesn't matter what it is, the universe will fill it. There is no such thing as empty space. Even though this is air that's in this empty space. Air and ether that is in this empty space. There's no such thing as an empty space. Understand that. When you feel like there is nothing there and you're alone, you're really not. You have angels, you have your fucking spirit animals, bro. I still remember, and I know they're by my side still. My panther, my deer, and my owl, my motherfucker. So, thing is, you're never truly alone. That doesn't matter. This, so God, the group of deities or the beings that come from existence, that is supposed to be the basically fulfilling of the vacuum in the. So there's, okay, this is so hard to explain. Okay, so there's layers to reality. 1616. So I mean, I'm doing good. So there's layers to this reality. You have, I'm gonna explain the best way I can. So you have this reality, what we're existing in, what I'm up in right now, reality. Do you have the dreamscape slash the aether space or the aether planes? The reason there's a slash between that because the dreamscape is a reality you created with your mind, right? It's a whole universe that you created in your own space. It's like you created a spiritual plane in your mind. That's basically what it is. And the astral plane is the reality that exists beyond the dreams. When you go there, things are not the same looking. They're more distorted because it's like you're perceiving it from an outsider view. You're not in the room. You're above the room. You're above the room, but you're in the room. So it's like this is the room, like where this is supposed to be. This is the room, but you're like in between the space of outside and inside. You're right between it. So you're there, but you're not there. Get it? And then above that, you have the astral plane. So the astral planes is where everyone can go to. And above that, you have the spiritual plane. So this is where the DMT realm comes involved, hell, stuff like that. That's where all this comes involved. These are planes that can't be necessarily accessible unless you go through either a ceremony and or you die. That is where the DMT comes involved. That chemical links you to that realm. And whatever you believe you will go to, that is the reality that will be created for you for all eternity. If you feel like you're going to reincarnate, or let's just say this, I said before I was going to die, I'm not done yet. I will come back and I will finish what I was going to do. So then above that, I don't know. Can't tell you. I really don't know. I haven't ascended that far yet. So I mean, like I know there's spaces outside the layers of reality. You have the eye. That's what I call it. It's an eye that's out of space and time. This sounds so fucking futuristic, but this is for real. I experienced this, guys. It's an eye out of space and time. The eye knows all. It's like God, but it's not God. It's a being that existed before God, before everything. This being literally knows all and seen all, and he will show you all that you want to see. It doesn't matter what it is. If you don't want to see something, but you're telling him, he's going to show you because he's seen all versions of this reality. Infinity. Infinity amount. So you will see the hatred that you think that wasn't there. But again, you will see the hatred that you think is there. Your things are true. But if you ask him, show me the truth, it will be a completely different answer. Completely different answer. If he says, show me what, let's just better yet, show me that she's cheating because I know she is, right? I'm going to see that. Yeah, I'm going to see that. But if I say, show me the truth, it will be a little bit more deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that, and I know I just started with the tree of life because the tree of life connects to all branches of everything I could talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because the tree of life is basically an understanding on how to get to Keta. Keta is the crown. How to unlock the crown, because after the crown, there's like 36 other chakras above that hoe. So, once you unlock the first seven, you gotta unlock the next 32, But that takes eons. That takes a lot of time. That takes eons. And it's harder to do it in a body. That's what it say. You ascend to the next plane, you keep ascending to the next one, and next one, and next one, and next one. You keep going on, and then you return back to source as source. I feel like that's how it works. That's just how I understand it. This is how I feel like it is. When you ascend to a high enough level of existence, you become one with everything, and you understand all because you are all. And then once you become one with that oneness, you are all. You can literally appear through any time. You can do it. You can manifest yourself into existence, because it gets to a point where in this reality, let's like in this time frame, I'm put it like that. In this time frame, it's not as easy to manifest yourself. We have to go through, you know, finding a random body, forgetting all our memories, coming back to our memories, realizing who we are, realizing what our mission is, and then going back to our mission. There's a long process. At first, you can incarnate, know who you are. You didn't have a name you was given to. You knew your name. You gave them the name that you wanted to be called. It wasn't the other way around. See, everything in this world is backwards than what it originally was. Money is not supposed to be a fucking way to trade. We're supposed to just do it for each other. Like, hey man, I would appreciate if you did this for me. I'll work for you this many hours to get that. All right, that works. That works perfectly. All right, bet. That equal exchange. That equal exchange. You do some yard work, I'll give you some food. Or you do some yard work, I'll give you a place to stay. I'll clean up the shack today. Make sure there's a bed in there. Make sure it's all warm so you don't get cold. And that's where you will stay. Or better yet, you know, you help my wife give birth and I'm internally in your debt. It's stuff like that. Like, that is, I feel like the realistic way is supposed to really go, because money is nothing but a falsified version of our energy and how it actually flows. See, with me, I now have an abundance of energy. I'm just scattered minded. So that means that my energy goes everywhere. It's never centered. And I'm trying to center it more. So I'm going to meditate. I am meditating more. I'm sorry, guys. I'm meditating more, and I'm doing more introspective thinking. I'm doing more of these things so my energy isn't scattered. So I can give you an hour-long episode because I have no scattered mind, because I'm focused, right? Anything else I want to talk to y'all about? Tree of life, energies. Be aware of fear. Fear is a motherfucker. All right. Fear will make any situation the most terrible situation. And I'm speaking from experience. Before you react, because I know you want to right now, before you react, always make sure you have no fear in your heart, no malice, no anger, no emotion. Make sure what you're about to do is what you want to do. And I made a decision today like that. You need to make a decision like that today. All right, I'm your teacher. This is your deadline. All right, I want to hear back tomorrow, because I'm posting this on YouTube. So y'all got no excuses to be not commenting. All right. So I want to hear back from y'all. I made a decision from my soul, not my heart, my soul. Discarding all emotions, ego, and everything. This is a decision I truly desire. Now watch what the fuck happens. Everything will be good once you make the single decision from your soul and not the fear that lies in your emotions. I'm saying this from experience, guys. I'm not just talking out my ass. I'm not just speaking just to fucking speak. This is real. This is deeply fucking real to me. Do not make the same mistakes that I have. Do not go down the same path that I've gone down. What I'm trying to show y'all is a different way of life. I feel like this is the original way. I feel like this is the way it was meant to be. But if you don't, still, go down this path a little bit and see what you find. Go down the spiritual path. Come back to me and tell me what you learned about our hair. or as it's really called, our aether, go back in your memories and tell me what you see in your own eyes, not another's. Go back to your soul purpose. Tell me what your mission is. Because I know we all got one. I got to heal this world. I got to save it before it's too late. And there's a lot of y'all that I made a deal with out there. I'm just waiting for y'all to come by. You know when I stay. Y'all have a beautiful day. And this is the end of another episode of Earth Mind. Blessed be you, blessed be the divine, and blessed be your beautiful soul. Peace.